and instruction overlays, instructions. There are 3 that are complete in box. Vectrex was going to have like its own Nintendo Power magazine. This actually was sealed, but she needed to confirm that her husband hadn't put books in this box, so she broke the seal on a sealed Vectrex working kiosk. What's going on, No Cable Crew followers? This one is gonna be exciting. So I'm on a journey right now to trade some stuff to go get probably one of the greatest unknown grail pieces in video game history. You'll get the story in this video. Hope you enjoy it.
So unfortunately, Cruz forgot to record the trade-in, but what you're about to see in this video is an absolute grail of the collecting world. Chances are you remember video game kiosks from Toys R Us, KB Toys, Funkoland, whether it was Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, you name it. But I can almost guarantee that you've never seen this. A Vectrex Kiosk.
How many games, Thea, are here? Like 20?
26, 25, 26.
Yeah. So they all have their overlays. Nicely organized. And instruction. Overlays, instructions. There are 3 that are complete in box. She assumes that somewhere in the basement, the other boxes should be here. If she ever runs into them, she will give me a call and hand those over to me if she ever does find them. But if not, I mean, the most important thing is the overlays, and they're all here. There's actually instruction manual for the kiosk as well, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere here. Yeah, so instruction manual for the kiosk. And then there's actually a cool thing that I didn't know about that she actually told me. So Vectrex was going to have like its own Nintendo Power magazine, and it was a subscription-based magazine that they were going to be doing, and it was going to be called The Passport. So this is the first issue, correct? This is the first issue of the magazine. I think it ended with the first issue.
I've never seen it. I've never seen another one.
Yeah, so it was the magazine for Vectrex Owners Club manual, Passport. So yeah, it was gonna be similar to what Nintendo did with their Nintendo magazine, talking about the games and the system and 3D imager there. Very cool piece. I've 41 years and I've been collecting game stuff for, I would say, about 10 years, and this is the first time I see this magazine. Obviously, I've seen the Vectrex, but never this, and never obviously the manual for the kiosk. Thea, so the story behind the Vectrex, how did you acquire it, and what made you buy video games back in the 80s?
Well, I worked at Milton Bradley, which acquired Vectrex from Consumer Electronics, I believe. And we had it there, and my husband and I at the time were intense video fans. We could spend $60 in quarters in a weekend down at the local bar playing video and pinball. And when this came out, it was just a natural for us. We at the factory, we would have the game would be set up on the tables at
Yeah.
break time. There'd always be at least one around for everybody to play, and so everybody played.
Yeah.
And we did. And one of our favorite things was to take it with us. Once we bought it, we had it we'd take the games in the case that you saw, and we would pack it up in its little carry bag, which I previously sold. And we would take it to friends' homes, and the kids would have Atari at the time tied up with the living room
TV.
television because there was only one TV in houses back then in the 80s, early 80s. And we would set the kids up at like the kitchen table with the Vectrex and be able to play at and be able to visit in
Yeah.
the living room with the kids off playing video away from
Yeah.
us. But we bought this. We bought 2 full sets. Actually, I had 3 at the time.
3
And
full sets.
we had 3 full sets.
Wow.
1 set has been sold. This set is here. A lot of the Vectrex, the 3D goggles, they were out and used probably once or twice just
Yeah.
to prove they could.
Yeah.
And then we have the one game that's still in its box.
So in its factory wrappings inside, and the cool thing is, we won't show the name, but there is a original like paper receipt on the top that has her name. This was her bought employee council at the time, so they would tag them and have your names on them so that
were
you.
allowed to buy them.
Yeah.
And
You told me you had an interesting route to becoming an employee of Milton Bradley, right? You went to college.
Yep. I went to college, have my early elementary teaching degree.
Mm-hmm.
But when I graduated, they were laying off teachers in the mid 70s. So I went to Milton Bradley and I started actually on the assembly lines, and I can cover 10,000 games of life in 8 hours. And we they brought their timekeeping, their payroll system online. For it was all piecework.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought that online at night on second shift, and they looked and said, "Well, you have a college degree. You are teachable. So would you like to do this and be a timekeeper?" So I spent 12 years there at Milton Bradley being a timekeeper, keeping track of how many games everybody made.
Now, so we got the story on how you got the individual system. How did you end up with the kiosk?
I do not remember that story, but because he loved it and he was setup guy and
Okay.
knew all the guys out in the warehouse, I am assuming he pulled strings.
Strings to take it home,
to bring it home.
and not only did he have one, but he also has the bottom part of the of another one, which is pretty crazy. And look at these stickers, guys. She did show me one cool thing here that's also from Milton Bradley, which was mid '90s Star Wars uncut puzzles. So these were going to be puzzles that are uncut, and they have the uncut puzzle sheets here, which is very interesting on those there. So 90s, the relaunch of Star Wars, obviously mid 90s, Star Wars puzzles. Incredible story. I'm very grateful. This will be a piece that will be at the store, so you guys can come and play it, take pictures with it, enjoy a little bit of history. So I'll catch you guys at the store. Guys, so Target acquired. Amazing story. Obviously, a grail piece in my collection for now, on top of all the other goodies. Can't wait to show you guys everything laid out so we can go piece by piece. Alex is going to be coming down to check everything out. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it for the pickup, but we're going to give you the rundown of everything we got. 1982 Vectrex Kiosk. First one I've ever seen in person. First one I ever even knew existed. It's amazing. There's some cool sticker artwork from the previous owner, but I am happy to be the new owner of this amazing kiosk.
So how did you, I guess, luck into this Vectrex Kiosk, man?
So the young lady, actually, Thea, actually walked into the store one day. Javon is working. I'm at work, but I tend to spy on Javon sometimes just to see what's going on throughout the day. And I'm overhearing the conversation he's having with her. And obviously, he's only 21 years old, so he has no idea what this is. So I call him right away. He hangs up on me the first time. I call again. He picks up, and I'm like, hand over the phone to the lady, please. I need to talk to her. And she explained what she had. She worked at Milton Bradley, and she had this at home. But this isn't just it. But again, look, minty, 1982, guys. The key has never been taken apart. working kiosk. Working Vectrex at that. Vectrexes usually have something wrong with them. Kiosk is working. Original.
So tell me what we're looking at here.
All right, so this is the rest of the lot. On top of a half a kiosk. So she had a bottom piece that she was using as a TV cabinet. So she has another bottom half that I got as well. So this is not a CIB Vectrex. This actually was sealed, but she needed to confirm that her husband hadn't put books in this box. So she broke the seal on a sealed Vectrex. But yeah, everything inside is completely sealed. This one was never used. She had two of them.
So this is CIB, not sealed CIB.
This is CIB sealed,
Okay,
sliced open on the top.
gotcha.
Yeah, everything in the inside is sealed. She actually had two of them. One that they use all the time. This one was sitting around sealed until about 3 weeks ago when she decided to rip it open because she thought her late husband, still had books in here. So this is technically CIB sealed inside. This is one of the more heavy-hitting items for the Vectrex, is the 3D imager. So there was the first console to actually have like 3D. There was a spinning color wheel inside the goggles that would spin and make the video game items like become 3D. You have the control panels. So this is the controller for the Vectrex. And there are two sealed and one that is CIB. And then these are the only games at the moment that she had CIB complete in box. She believes somewhere in the basement the rest of the boxes for the 25 total games I have. Yes, there was Vectrex released 28 total games. I have 25 of the 28. So she hopefully can find that box with all the boxes so I can complete these and then have 25 CIB Vectrex games with all their overlays. But the cool thing is they're all separated. They all have their instruction manual and overlay. So they kept everything nice and clean. Rarely used. This is Berserker. Pretty amazing. One of the coolest items, and I mentioned it earlier, but just looking at it again, it's got to be the premiere issue Summer 1983 Passport, which was going to be the Vectrex like Nintendo Power. So it was going to be upcoming games, backstory history of items for the Vectrex, you name it. Anything Vectrex, just like Nintendo Power did with Nintendo stuff. The Passport was going to be for the Vectrex. Obviously, first and last issue, it premiered and went away right away. Also have the instruction manual for the kiosk, because you always need this, I guess, to take it apart. Like, I don't know who is ever going to take that thing apart. She also had Electronic Games Hotline 1983 Vectrex Web Wars is for aggressive shooters. Just stories. Another Milton Bradley newspaper clipping. Vectrex video game dumps Vectrex video games. So just like E.T., the Vectrex had to do the same thing and dump a lot of their stuff at the end. And then when Milton Bradley sold, because she was an employee there, and they were closing the offices. So just a couple of, like, tidbit. Paper is paper, but it's cool history. And yeah, this is it, man. This is it's a dream pickup. You don't get these too often, especially with this item here. The kiosk is again, I'm 41. I've been doing video games for 10 plus years. Never even knew this existed. Reached out to a couple of the bigger people in our community, and they're super excited about this. I might have a bidding war for this thing. I don't think I'm going to sell it, but who knows? Who knows?
We didn't just pick up a kiosk today. We brought home a story, one that started more than 40 years ago and somehow found its way back into the light. If you've ever seen a Vectrex Kiosk in the wild, let us know in the comments. And if not, well, you just did.